Esselamu Aleyküm ve Rahmetullah. Eid Mubarak to everyone. Inshallah.
Salam, Eid Mubarak.
Alaikum assalam. Thank you. So, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ربنا هب لنا من أزواجنا وذرياتنا قرة أعين واجعلنا للمتقين إماما. رب اجعلني مقيم الصلاة ومن ذريتي ربنا وتقبل دعاء. لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. حسبنا الله ونعم الوكيل نعم المولى ونعم النصير غفرانك ربنا وإليك المصير وصل اللهم على محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه وأتباعه وسلم والحمد لله رب العالمين آمين. We will continue, inshallah, to the story of Mary in the Quran. And we spoke about the introduction to the subject, the importance of it, and the time location also in the life of the Prophet. So that we would like to relate it to our practical life. This has been studied. Okay. Now we studied the verse 9 from the chapter Mary again, Maryam. So we try to emphasize on the importance of how the things are given existence while they did not exist at all before. So their bringing into existence by their creator is a proof of, or it is drawing our attention that, look, everything is brought into existence while they did not exist. Of course, at first stage, we talked about it, that we can see I wasn't in existence and I was brought into existence. Now, that is one thing. I have to ask, who did it? What is the cause of my existence while I did not exist? That's one perspective. And later on, we have to develop our understanding, saying, when I was a young, for example, baby, yes, I was given existence as a baby, but as a young man or woman, I didn't exist as a young man. Now I was giving a young age person. And later on, again, I was given an existence which is an old man. Now, these are all we discussed, but we said we have to continue thinking about this matter and saying that, look, yesterday I was different from today, and today my existence is a new existence. This is so important in order to understand everything in the world, in order to understand our reality. This is so interesting. So we said, of course, historically, the creation of Adam is a miraculous act of creation. Creation of Jesus in the Quran, we are presented as a miraculous act of creation. But at the same time, my creation, your creation, is a miraculous creation. Why? We didn't exist, and we are brought into existence anew. We didn't exist before. We said the important terminology, we said we have to learn even in its original language, وَلَمْ تَكُ شَيْئًا. You were nothing at all. You had been nothing. It means you didn't exist at all. Now you are given existence. So depending on one's how carefully the person observes the creation, he can refine this understanding, saying that, coming to the conclusion that every moment my existence is a new existence, because today, as I am given existence, had never been before. That is a very beautiful understanding of existence, and lets us conclude, or helps us conclude, that every moment, the creation of every single being is nothing but a miraculous act of existence. In this respect, when you understand every moment we are presented miracles, it is an unbelievable relief to human mind, because human feeling, because now the creation, every moment, the creator of this universe, every moment presenting his power, his qualities, his act of creating so perfectly within a perfect order, very meaningful, and introducing himself to me and asking me, hey, you are my product. You have to trust me. You need to trust me in order to feel tranquility in your feelings. Why? How? Because you are now under the eyes of your creator. He knows that he is the one who is doing you right now. He is directly related to you. So you have to respond back to him by acknowledging that I exist now, and I am in debt of my existence to the creator of the universe. That is the most relaxing, comforting understanding of human beings. That is why belief in the creator with a conscious understanding of God makes him definitely secure in his existence. Whatever happens is from his creator. So perfect. So that is what we studied last week. That was beautiful. It was amazing for me. Anyways, so let's come here. We are going to get into a specific subject of the Mary, because that was the subject related to Zechariah. Because Zechariah, in the previous slide, we studied the subject related to Zechariah. So Zechariah is the one who took care of the education of Mary. We will see that, inshallah, today. That is why Zechariah's understanding, Zechariah's consciousness about the presence of God is important. You can be educated as much as your teacher knows. No, you cannot learn more than what your teacher teaches you. So Zechariah was educated, prepared to take care of Mary. That's why it is important. And we said, which kind of consciousness Zechariah had? We learned it from the previous verse that we studied last week, and today just we wrapped up just because of the very important matter, that understanding of creation. So Zechariah went through this education, and his teacher was God. So God educated him, prepared him in order to educate, train Mary. So this verse, let's come to this verse now. Ali Imran, chapter Ali Imran, the third chapter of the Quran, and 35. Okay. Remember when a woman of Imran said, when a woman of Imran said, who is it? A woman, a person, a woman. My Lord, I dedicate what is in my womb entirely to your service. Yeah. Rabbi, inni nadartu laka ma fi batni muharraran. Muharraran comes from harra. Harra means to liberate somebody. Give freedom entirely. It means no limit. Entirely is a perfect translation to me. So what is in my womb? Entirely to your service. What is happening here? So accept it from me. You are truly the all-hearing, all-knowing. What is important here? A woman is praying to God that I want to dedicate totally to you, entirely to your service. Of course, we will study what does it mean, dedicating your child to your service. Of course, historically, they say, which I have no objection to it, to putting an historical context is all right. It makes it easy to understand, but at the same time, we have to be careful. We will talk about it, why we have to be careful. Historically, a woman, Zechariah's wife, visited by angels, and angels told them that they are going to give them or reward them with a baby, etc. Now, what happens, whatever happens at the end, these people are given a baby whose name was Yahya, etc. But in this part of the story, a woman from a tribe, which is called Imran, okay, they say it is important because this Imran tribe is the descendants of Prophet Abraham, so expected to be following the Abrahamic tradition of Tawheed. Extremely careful oneness of God. It means pure, only, absolute being. God is the absolute being. That understanding. So it is a heritage, it is a tradition in this family, Imran. So Imran family. So of course, I have to say, why are you telling to me this story? Okay, this person said, this woman said, my Lord, I dedicate what is in my womb, but it's the baby, entirely to your service. What we see here, first, I can ask you, if you like, you can join sharing your understanding. A woman is praying. Yeah, it is important. We have to pray. We have to ask God. What, praying, of course, we can ask God, but does it have an effect in our life, or just sending a letter, like sending a letter to the Creator, saying that, look, that is what I want from you? No. prayer is very important, and we have to study it. We have to be careful about it. Why? Prayer means putting your intention to a certain direction. It means, please Allah, make this child be entirely in your service. Okay. What does it mean? I am preparing myself to fulfill what is left to me. Something like, it is not something like sending a check or a letter to somebody, please send me this amount of money and leave it there. No, that is not the spirit of prayer is all about. Why? Prayer is taking place within myself, within yourself. So when you and I say, please God, to make the baby in my womb to serve you only. It means I want my child to be a servant of God only. What does it mean? Does God need a service? So, for example, he created the universe, but in some places he couldn't really reach out. So I will be his servant to complete, to help him. No, it's obvious. It's absolute creator. We studied it last week. The Quran has already established this. But means the idea of belief in God. That is the purpose of the existence of the universe is all about. Belief in God must be established in the minds and hearts of the people. Serving means introducing him to the needy people. It means conveying his message, introducing himself, God himself, to other people who need to know God in order to reach in their own life serenity, certainty, a comfortable life, and pleased with what God creates for them, and to be pleased with God in order to trust him and not to fall into despair in his life, in his or her life. So, for example, you can compare it. If I believe in God, what happens? The universe is under the control of an absolute being. Everything is happening to me, is happening because of the will of the Creator, who knows what he's doing, who has gifted me with this existence, and I didn't deserve it. It was just a gift, so perfectly presented to me. Everything is arranged for me. Now I am here to acknowledge him. But in order to acknowledge him and feel comfortable in my existence, I have to acknowledge something else. What is that? I have to acknowledge that I don't own myself. I am not the creator of myself. I need to be given existence. I cannot create myself. I cannot create my feelings. I cannot create my needs. I cannot create what? Oh, what I need must be prepared for me by someone else. I cannot create anything. I need them to be created for me. Who is doing it? That is the beginning of prayer, acknowledging ourselves. So that as a result, if I cannot do this, the other inanimate beings cannot do it either. Who is doing this? This question opens up acknowledging God and the Creator. So there must be a one who has given existence to this perfect creation. Fair enough. I understood that. When I say I'm going to be in God's service, I have to acknowledge that. This understanding gave me security so that other people also need this understanding. So I have to convey his message to others. All the prophetic examples presented to us in the form of stories in the Quran teach us that, all of them teach us that the prophets were struggling with arrogant people in their own societies in order to save people from falling into despair, from falling into a meaningless life. Why? They want to serve God's message. The purpose of creation is to make conscious human beings feel comfortable, satisfied with their Creator. But this is only possible if they acknowledge God. That is why the prophets are serving God, if you like, servers of God, which is called in the Quranic literature, abd, ubudiyya, serving. Now, فَتَقَبَّلْ مِنِّي, so accept it from me. When I say so accept it from me, what does it mean? It is an open declaration that I cannot do this by myself. I cannot make the baby in my womb to be in your service, but you can do it. Look at this one. I'm sure you will understand, although I will mess up. I know I will mess up with my language because my language is horrible. I know that. But you try to understand. As I say, I cannot do it, oh my Creator, but you can do it. It is an acknowledgement of my neediness, and He is the one who creates every result. Everything I ask, He creates. When you realize this, what I am doing now, I am praying, but at the same time, I am confirming who I am as a totally, entirely needy person, cannot create anything. And also, in addition to this, as a result of this, consequence of this understanding, I am confirming only the Creator of the universe is the source of existence, cause of existence of every single thing. It means I must prepare myself as a fully satisfied believer. It means acknowledging who He is, who I am, who my Creator is. Now, prayer as I said earlier, is not liking a letter or sending a text message to a rich person and saying that, please give me $100. Not at all. It is a psychological, spiritual training within myself. As I pray, what I do, I am convinced within myself and trying to reassure this conviction within myself, saying, I cannot do it, please you do it for me, because only you can realize everything, because you are the one who gives existence to anything which did not exist. Your power, your act of creation has no limit, absolute. In order to make a genuine, sincere prayer, I must be ready for what I am asking for from the Creator. I must prepare myself. If I say, I'm going to send an email to this person or a text message to this person, let me see, I don't know whether he can send me $100 or not. Let's try my chance. Prayer, this means nothing to do with it. It is not prayer. It is just playing or gambling, if you like. No. Prayer can only be as a result of fully satisfied belief. Not only tongue, but fully satisfied feelings, heart, mind. As a result of this satisfied mind, we can present our prayers. That is what prayer is. So we are told here that if a woman is pregnant, of course, as a woman example here, also my father as well at the same time, but we are studying women's case now in this particular example. She wanted to entrust the baby. What happened here? Why did I go there? Sorry. Yeah, 35, we were studying 35. I confused. I must have done something, touched somewhere. So said, I dedicate what is in my womb entirely to your service. So accept it from me. وَتَقَبَّلْ مِنِّي. It means that is what I desire. But result is on you. You can realize it. I cannot. Do you remember, do you realize that this prayer is revealing what this woman's belief was? Which kind of belief she had? She realized within herself that I cannot do the result. I cannot create the result. Only you, the creator of the universe, God, can create it for me. It is a declaration of her not being able to create any result she wants. Do you see that? It's a very interesting consciousness of mind. It is obvious. She's aware of it. She's not in doubt, saying that, let me try my chance. So she's sure of it. So do you think this prayer is going to be accepted? Definitely. But we will see what meaning of acceptance is. We will study this. But at the moment, prayer is what? A kind of declaration of one's belief, really, but you can say it by tongue, but in your heart you say, please God, accept it from me. I don't know whether he will really accept it or not. Let me try my chance. Huh? This is not prayer. Of course, it depends on one's awareness of his belief or her belief, but at the same time, the level, but at the same time, prayer is not really trying one's chance, but declaring one's conviction. The first aspect of prayer is this. Second aspect, what is it? The more we pray with this consciousness, the more we become aware that, yes, really, I cannot guarantee which kind of child he or she, it is going to be. The more I pray, the more I prepare myself for the realization of God's overtaken everything. It means overview of everything, controlling everything, not me at all. This is a kind of preparing my awareness, educating my awareness to become stronger, and stronger. That's why the Quran encourages vehemently that you have to pray. You have to pray tadarru'an wa khifatan, with complete humility, begging, yeah, please, I cannot do it. I cannot do it, but I need it. And you created this need in me. And I am fully aware that only you can fulfill it. I cannot do it. I cannot do it. How sincere this prayer is. The more we pray in this way, the more we become convinced that it is not me, but only the creator of the universe, God, is operating in this world. What am I doing? I am expressing my neediness. Of course, we know that the prayer has another aspect, educating myself, acknowledging who I am. Another aspect, another extension of it is knowing that not only me, but my own actions, other actions as well, are not my act of creation. They are created by God. I ask them only. For example, but simple example, I give this typical simple example always, not to make the things complicated to understand. Examples must be simple. So I'm thirsty. What I do, I go and drink water. What am I doing? Praying. What? No, I don't pray. Praying. You don't say, no, I didn't. When I say Bismillah while I'm drinking prayer, no. The intention to go and drink water is a prayer. Why? Because you cannot create water. You cannot create the ability to walk there. You cannot create your consciousness that you need water. You cannot create the body informs you that you are thirsty. You are you need dehydration. You cannot create them. They are all given to you. And your consciousness that water is there. So you go there. You need to go there. This consciousness is not your act of creation. They are all created. They are with you, given. What? My action is a prayer. Yeah. If you are conscious about your action, that it is nothing but a performance of a prayer, if you are conscious of it, and while it occurs to me that I'm thirsty, I need water, that is the act of creation. That is the acknowledgement of God. Prayer, ubudiyya, acknowledgement of God, if you realize this. So when you are aware of it, you acknowledge it, and all steps of your action after you drink water, say, your tongue also has to pray, your mind also has to pray, your feelings also has to pray. Your tongue should say, in the name of God. God is the one who is the creator of all stages of these acts. Good. That is your tongue said. Your mind must be aware of what he is saying, and your feelings must be happy. Look, I am created needy, but don't worry. My creator, God, knows I am needy. He takes care of it. Don't worry. Trust him. Feel comfortable. Feel secure in your existence. You don't fall into despair. I don't know what am I going to do. No. You don't know, correct, but you are not going to do anything. You are going to pray only with the consciousness. But if you don't take this consciousness, let's say those people who don't believe in God, they say, no, it is natural. I'm powerful enough to go, all right. Their physical being is praying, but his consciousness, his awareness, his mind, his feelings are not praying. So the Quran says, although his physical reality prayed in this world, but they, by using their free will, this person denied it. So your physical reality is going to witness against you in the hereafter. What does it mean? Your skin, your hand, your feet will witness against you. We were praying, but this man has chosen in the word, to deny what we are doing. We are complaining about this man. That's what the Quran describes. Their skin, their hand, their legs are going to witness against them. You understand which kind of things are told in the Quran? They are not mystery. They are just the reality of our life here. We can just confirm, yes, even this is told that, of course, in the description of the Quran, after resurrection, in the hereafter, this event is described there. The scenario is presented to us there, but this scenario is told to us here while we are here. Not then, no, don't worry about it, but in the hereafter you will understand. No, take notice of it. Your leg, your mind, your hand, your skin means the bashar, means your skin means jild. So human beings are bashar, which is also jild. Yeah, how do you say? Your skin. Juludihim, the plural of jild. So it is your skin. Of course, human beings are described with this word as bashar. It is also skin. So these are the linguistic side of beauty of the Quran. We are not studying that here in this class. We are studying what the meaning of these verses relate to our daily life here. That is our subject. That's our program here. So while the Quran describes the events as going to happen in the hereafter, these descriptions are told to us while we are here. So realize that this is happening here as well. But you may not. But in the hereafter, definitely you will. Yeah, in the next creation, definitely you will. But here, while you are here, you may not realize it, but I'm telling you, you'd better realize it. So everything we do is nothing but prayer. But in order to perform these actions in the form of ubudiyya, it means worship, use them as a means of worship of God. We have to be conscious of it. We have to confirm it. It means we have to choose to confirm it. But while I am choosing the confirmation side option, not rejection option, what am I doing? I am reconfirming my belief in God. Reconfirming my belief in God. It means I am reconfirming my belief in God. No, this is beautiful. That is why prayer is encouraged in the Quran so many times. They didn't pray, they should pray, etc., etc. The Quran is really speaking about it a lot. So here is Mary's mother, whoever she is, women of Imran. So prayed to God and asked God, please accept it. Please, you are the one who creates the results. I am aware of it. Please result it. And she continues to confirm her belief again in that innaka anta sami'ul alim. You are truly the all-hearing, all-knowing one. What is that? It's a declaration of her belief. But the more we declare, the stronger our belief in God become. So the more I believe, the more my feelings are inclined, trained, educated towards that direction. The more you do exercise, what happens? You become familiar at the end. It becomes very familiar, very easy for you. It means as she was praying, she was preparing herself to be a mother, to prepare the baby to be just in the service of God. So she's training herself. Do you notice that? She is preparing herself through prayer. So prayers are a means of training, means of preparing myself to become more and more familiar, acquainted with the result. So, for example, the more you repeat an action, what happens? The easier it becomes. It means that is how we are created in this world. The more we exercise, the more it becomes easy for us because we have educated ourselves. Every act of prayer is nothing but educating myself, realizing who I am, who my creator is, who is my Lord, who is my Rabb. So the following verse, فَلَمَّا وَضَعْتَهَا قالت ربي إني وضعتها أنثى. Oh God, when she delivered, she said, oh my Lord, I have given birth to a girl. I don't know why. Yeah. And also, she's aware, Wallahu a'lamu bima wada'at, walaysa dhakaru kal-untha. Now, God definitely knows what he had delivered. Well, he's the creator. She's well aware of what is going on. Yeah. She's well aware of what is going on in her life. So God definitely knows it. And the male is not like the female. That does it mean? The male is not like the female. Of course, uh, it doesn't mean that male is superior to female. No, everybody is a slave of God. It means creature of God. Everybody is the worshiper of God, whether male or not. But are they the same? No. They have their functions, different functions. Does it show that the females are better? No, no. We will study what is better. Of course, all the people who have been educated through Islamic tradition, heritage, they know that taqwa is consciousness of God, is what makes a person better, a better person. So here, male is not the female, doesn't mean not like the female, doesn't mean somebody is superior to over the other, but everything is created differently. For example, if I say potatoes are not like the peppers, what does it mean? Which is better? No, they're not like, they have different functions. They have different duties. They have different responsibilities. Of course, we will know what makes the difference is not being male or female at all. What makes the difference, we will study it. Okay, I have named her Mary. Okay, the name is Maryam. What does it mean? I mean, it's not a very essential matter, but to a certain extent, she prepared the name her Mary because it is related to the previous revelations in the Christian. It means Jesus's story was told, and his mother was named Mary. That's the Mary, the same person mentioned here. And this Mary is repeated in the Quran as well. And I seek your protection for her. Yeah. وإني أعيذها بك. Your protection. It means I have left this baby to your protection. What does it mean? It's a perfect application of one's belief. I cannot protect her. I cannot make her as I want. Look, this is the essence of belief in God. I cannot do it. You can do it. You can protect her. And she is praying continuously with ذريتها and her offspring. Her offspring. Whatever they reproduce, they also must be protected by you. That's what I understand. Please protect it because only you can protect them. Protect from what? من الشيطان الرجيم. From Satan, the accursed. Who is this guy? Satan. Okay. The accursed, what does it mean? Rajim. Now, we know in Arabic, simple Arabic, this kind of words in Arabic has double meaning at the same time. It means the accursed, it means the stoned, and also the one who keeps throwing stones, Rajim, like Rahim, like Hamid. So it means Hamid is a good example. Who is praiseworthy and also who praises the ones who fulfill their duty perfectly. It means God praises the ones who do their worship, their responsibilities perfectly. But also he himself deserves to be praised. Rajim is the same, who throws the alternative against the truth. That is his mission. That is this Satan is created for, to throw alternative to the truth. It means egoistic interpretations, that whisperings that it comes to our mind because we are created in such a way. That is important. That is the source of progress in human existence, human beings. What I have to say, this is wrong, so this is right. As we studied from the beginning of today's discussion, I am created. The question comes, by whom? By myself? Look, that's the throwing. Is it possible? By myself? Oh, I cannot do anything. I don't know what was going on in my body. Even when I say, I am eating, okay, good, you are eating. What are you doing? I am swallowing. What do you do? I am sending the food to my stomach. You don't know even how the stomach works. You don't know even where the stomach is. You just swallow. I don't know what am I doing. I'm just doing it as I'm created. How can I be the creator of my stomach? Or how can the cells of my stomach can be the source of existence of the stomach and the system, and working together with the liver, with my digestive other systems, and in everything in my body, hearts, lung, etc. I don't know. They don't know. Heart is made up of completely different tissues, with completely different tissues. The others are everything. It has its own type of tissue, has nothing to do in nature with each other, but at the same time they work together. But it's so mind blowing matter going on there. How can I say that the parts of them, cells, are making it? So Satan says, you are good, your naturally is very bad, very powerful. So you can, your stomach works perfect. Of course, it is, your stomach works by itself like that. Naturally, it in this way. That is Rajim. It means stone is throwing stones. It means alternative ideas. But you are given the ability to, human beings are given the ability to choose, to analyze, is it possible? Is there any way I can confirm it? So as a result of this questioning, what we conclude, but they are just the parts of the structure, but the parts cannot be the maker of the whole. So whole is made with the parts, but parts are employed there They have to obey. They have to just follow the position they are given. They cannot really be the creator of their own capacity. They are employed in this way. There must be a cause of existence. Who can it be? Do you think my heart created my lungs? They are completely different. They have no free will to do that. Anyway, they are employed in this way. And so who arranged it? The one who created my body. But my body works within the whole universe. Now, the one who created the whole universe created it within this order of existence. He put it in a perfect order, working in harmony together. So what we conclude at the end, of course, there must be a creator. What happened? Through analyzing this option that is thrown to us by in the Quran represented as Satan, the Satan made me come to reach the conclusion that there must be a creator. If there was no such a process, my capacity as I am now, I wouldn't need to investigate. So what is the source of my existence? What is the cause of my existence? I wouldn't know. Only going through these stages that I confirm there must be a creator. So we should not obey the Satan, but we should not criticize God. Why did you create the Satan? Oh, it is created to throw you stone of doubts, questions, options to deny the truth. And your mission is to stone him back, saying that this is not acceptable. That is as if we are weaving our belief with this, coming an option, rejecting this option, reaching a conclusion which is the truth, and then building up our strength in belief system. It means who I am, who or what my creator is. So which kind of relationship I should have, I should choose to have with my creator. This is perfectly arranged by the creator of the universe. So Mary's mother asked God, prayed God to protect her baby, which is Mary, and her offspring from Satan's whisperings, stonings, regime, stone. Throwing stones, it means whispering something into your mind, into your heart, and you have free will, use your free will, and you have intelligence, and you are giving consciousness, you are giving spirit in order to acknowledge what is right and what is wrong. You are perfectly arranged to make this process, rejecting the wrong option because finding that this option has no base, it should be thrown back to its owner. That is a kind of beautiful scenario, actually, but represents human reality. It represents human reality. So we have to stone Satan back. The same pebbles, doubts, questions he threw to us, take it and throw him back to him. That's what regime means, these two actions at the same time. It's a beautiful word, this kind of structure. Of course, every word of the Quran is really, really very deep, beautiful, but of course, that is another profession. Our profession is, okay, what am I going to do? I have to pray. Through prayer, I have to strengthen my belief in God, and I have to understand who my owner is, and my relationship with my creator must be refreshed continuously through my awareness. And if you want a baby to be in the service of God, first, you have to pray to God. Because you have to admit, no, I'm going, as soon as the baby is born, I'm going to start a saving account or a school account, whatever they call it. I'm going to send him to the best school, and I'm going to educate him as a something. We will study that next week. Is it a prayer? Or what is it? Are we not going to do it? Or are we going to do it? But what is the point? Which kind of consciousness we are expected to have? These questions are going to be the subject of next Wednesday, inshallah. So we are going to study the following verses, inshallah. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم سبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم وآخر دعواهم أن الحمد لله رب العالمين بحرمة سر سورة